today, celebrating Korea and Australia 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations, we're gonna talk about K-dramas recommended by foreigner. So here's my guest.
Hello everyone.
Could you introduce yourself?
Sure, my name is Igor. Originally I'm from Russia. I used to live in Australia for about 10 years now, and I'm your today's Korean drama expert.
Whoa! So this video will help those who are struggling what kind of K-dramas to watch. I guess if you have Netflix, you've been scrolling through some Asian content or Korean content, but probably most of the time you've just passed through because you had no idea what to watch. So here we are. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna talk about Mr. Sunshine.
Yay. The Mr. Sunshine, that's definitely in top 3 or at least in top 4 my favorite dramas so far. Pretty decent one. There are multiple lines in one plot between the guys, the Japanese guy and Eugene Choi. There are also some kind of like a history how he escaped the Korea to US, grew up in US, became military captain or something like that, like some kind of some kind of rank guy. And then he's coming back to Korea and actually met the noble girl, fall in love of course, and there is a war happening, and there are a lot of like sidelines and different connections, so it's never boring, it's always something happening, and Eugene Choi getting in troubles because of her, of course, she's getting in trouble because of him, so yeah, it's pretty nice to watch. It's keep the tension pretty often, so I would definitely recommend to watch it.
Okay. So did you know Korea has like this sad story, sad history?
I believe any country has a dark ages or dark years, so Korea not an exception.
Mm-hmm. This drama like shows our like heartbreaking history in Korea. So yeah, you will have some clue what was happening in that century. What do you think about the bromance, like Japanese guy and the novel and Eugene Choi, which is like American?
This trio is actually what makes it pretty fun. Eugene Choi, the Japanese guy who fell in love to the same noble girl, and the noble guy which actually is supposed to marry her because of the marriage arrangement. And three of them has reasons to marry, and some of them don't want, some of them do want, and they happy even to kill because of that. From the beginning they technically hate each other because they competing at some point. And then when they knew each other better and better, they actually understand they sharing a lot of things in common, maybe different, but still there are some common moments, and they becoming more like not brothers, but they some kind of like paying more respect to each other, and they probably even support each other in the end, and they figure out what to do with all this mess, what was happening.
Next one, how do you think of the hanbok, like traditional clothes?
Like the one you've got.
Yes.
I think it's pretty. It looks good. Maybe not for every day, but definitely there are some style in it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's comfortable. Didn't wear it yet. So
Yes,
I need to try first. And I will let you know more.
You will.
I'm in troubles.
Also, one more question. What was the memorable scene in this drama? Because it just came up for me after Hidden Mission, and then and you should do it for me.
Like
Hey,
that.
it's
It's
I love it.
it's a very intense moment when they both understood that both failed actually. I like the moment when they aiming each other with the rifles on the roof after they killed the American guy. So when they just introduced, basically they actually was aware that they do exist, and they by any reason they didn't shoot each other actually, and then they were trying to recognize each other and okay, looks like I saw you.
The pretty much beginning part.
Beginning was very like intense, and the ending was pretty good as well when there was like already war was very in a tough state, and they need to make basic decisions. Either you're on this side, either you're on this side. You can't keep both anymore.
So sad.
Yeah, but still worth watching.
Alright, so this time we're gonna talk about Hotel de Luna.
Yay. So yeah, it's a very nice, in maybe top 3 of my Korean dramas. Very good love story, ghosts, some flashback stories with the girl who was owner of the hotel, like what was happening in her past. Also, there are basically 2 guys, the one from the past from 1,000 years ago, and there is a new guy who accidentally been forced to work in her hotel, and he did realize that actually it's actually a very unique job, and probably it's what he would like to do, because it's not like any even 5-star hotels. It's like very unique. He's getting better, knowing the ghost who works in the hotel better, so he helped him to get rid of the the wishes they wanted to do before actually they can go through this bridge to whatever they go into. Yeah, it's a pretty good story. I do like it a lot.
So what do you think of the Manor and Chansung relationship? Because from foreigner point of view, they mostly think like the Asian girls are very obedient, and like guys more lead for the girls. But this drama, like, it's more like she has power, and she's protecting him many times, and she's leading to somewhere, like blah blah. So what do you think about it?
I believe honestly there is no problem at all, because she do protect him from the ghost. He can't do anything with the ghost. It's not the real people. He could be a man or whatever. And I believe he actually using her power and her feelings like against her to that they can both benefit, because he's basically saying, if you're not saving me, like I will die, and she don't want him to die, but to save him she has to do the good thing what she don't want to do, and her feelings taking over her bad wishes, and eventually like he technically turned her in a better person. He just was that guy who helped her out to do the good and right things. There is a good girl, good guy, so that's how it works.
Okay, thanks for sharing your opinion.
No problems.
Yeah, next one is Goblin. So this is not on Netflix, but this is
So good.
so good, so we can't miss this one. Okay, so let's talk about this.
Okay, Goblin is a very interesting, with a good scenery, filming in Canada, I believe. Yeah, good for traveling as well. So yeah, basically it's a mix of the early ages, like I believe like whatever century, like maybe 500 years ago, maybe more, maybe less, not aware. When there was a general, he was bringing a lot of victories to the king, and the king started to believe that he's actually getting more popular with the king. There is a 2-3 lives reincarnation stuff, and this is nowadays. And they meet each other, they didn't realize who they are, and by coincidence.
Yeah, but you can't spoil much.
Okay, and by coincidence they started to live in one house without knowing each other, and they really hate each other, and over time they actually became like friends, but they still don't know who they are to each other in the previous lives. Yeah, so for the rest probably have to watch yourself. Of course there is a girl involved, and the goblin is not just a guy, there is something, watch it.
So what's the memorable scene?
There are a couple of good moments, but I like the one when the goblin's wife, this girl was kidnapped, and they realize that actually they have to obviously save her, and they go in 2 guys, they like looks like they're pretty tall, or maybe they did look very
so
tall. Yeah, and Grim Reaper with his hat with a black long suit, like with a.
It was so trendy that time.
Yeah, and the goblin, with his like not the scarf, but he was using like something to cover the neck to make it look longer. and they just two guys dress up with a superpower and they go in a tunnel and there is like a bit of fog, you know, dark
yeah,
tunnel, and
of
two cool
course.
guys going to save the girl. Yeah, it was like pretty funny moment.
Yeah.
Not real. It didn't mean like much in the movie, but it definitely the very like memorable. The moment did look very well and
Yes.
stylish.
It was so good. I still remember. After that scene, everyone tried to buy like a
The
long
long
black
coat.
coat for the guys. Like, oh my god.
I would buy it too, but you know, it's too warm in Australia.
It's so warm in Australia.
It's too warm.
It's true. Yep, today so we talked about K-drama from foreigner point of view. Thank you for your opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye
See ya.